Nutrition. I'm with Wendy Jo Peterson. She is a registered dietitian and author now of the Mediterranean Diet Cookbook for Dummies.
That's great.
Yes, we talked about the Mediterranean diet a little bit in the last video, but let's talk about some of the recipes. What would be some, an easy dinner? People are always challenged with dinner. So what would be a good easy dinner that somebody could do?
Well, one of the things that I absolutely love about the Mediterranean diet is that their use of herbs, fresh herbs. Mm-hmm. I can't use enough fresh herbs. I grow a ton, obviously, both in Austin and San Diego because we have pretty good weather for it. But generally speaking, you can go out and find a lot of parsley or a lot of basil, things like that you can actually use in cooking. So one of my favorite things to do is I'll make pesto. And people think pesto requires a lot of time, and it doesn't. It really, really doesn't. There's a really big trick with making good pesto. And the big thing is you always want to start with your basil, because basil is the biggest herb used in pesto. So you start off with 4 cups of basil. Okay. Put it into a food processor or a good blender. Mm-hmm. Add your lemon juice. Okay. So about a half of a lemon or a whole lemon if you like it really citrusy. Add that first, because as you're blending it, it's going to start oxidizing, but the lemon juice will actually help protect it. Okay. If you don't, it's going to turn brown. Oh. Yes. Okay. So on my website, actually, at justwendyjo.com, I have a video that I did with one of the local TV stations, and I showed what it would look like brown. Still tastes the same, so it's not going to be bad. You don't have to throw it out. But it doesn't look as pretty.
Really, right.
Yeah. And so when I go to the grocery store and you look at their pesto, it looks pretty brown. Yuck. Don't get that. So you add about 1 lemon or half of a lemon, depending on how much citrus you like. 2 garlic cloves. I like mine spicy, so I add the 2. You can add just 1. Then you add pine nuts, about a half a cup of pine nuts, which are really creamy and savory, and they're a great nut. So add those in as well, and then pulse it. Start pulsing it until it starts to blend together. Once it starts blending, then you're going to drizzle olive oil in it. You really don't need that much. Okay. A quarter cup of olive oil, which is about 4 tablespoons, is really all you need for that quantity. Good. And then then you're going to actually want to season it. You're going to want to taste it with salt. Okay. So that's a basic way of making pesto. Then you can put it in one of those little, Tupperware, or I prefer using mason jars. So put it in a mason jar, the glass mason jars, and then cover it with a little bit of olive oil. Okay. And it'll hold for a month in your refrigerator. Really? Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So then what I do is I'll make, spaghetti squash, or I'll make pasta, or I'll make pizza, and then I'll use the pesto as the base. Mm-hmm. I'll make salmon, just grill simple salmon, and then put a little bit of pesto over top. And then perhaps say I did the salmon tonight, which I always love salmon. So I'll put a little bit of pesto right on top as soon as it comes off the grill, so you don't actually have to grill it on there. Maybe a little bit of fresh cheese if you'd like cheese. In Italy, they don't like to mix seafood with cheese. Really? No. Why? They just don't. So don't ever ask for Parmesan cheese on your, scallopini with whatever type of mussels or anything. Don't do that. They'll look at you funny. Okay. Like, those darn Americans.
Good to know.
Yes. It is a good lesson to learn if you ever travel abroad over there. But, yeah, so that's a great way. And then pair it with a very simple salad. Tomato, cucumber, a little bit of red onion, do red wine vinegar, olive oil, and fresh parsley. And you have a complete meal. Wonderful. It's so simple. That's the thing I love about that region, is that all the recipes are really simplistic and just focused on the true flavors of the food themselves versus adulterating them with a ton of different items, which it makes it a really easy way to approach cooking anyways.
Yes, it really does. Yeah. Simplify it.
Yeah, so make some pesto, y'all.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yay. Thanks so much. Great.
Thanks,
excellent.
Neely.
Easy dinner.
Yeah.
And just and so that'll keep for how long?
A month. A month in your refrigerator. Yeah, just put a little olive oil on top, and then every time you use it, just again add another little layer of olive oil. Okay. And that'll keep. You can also do that with roasted garlic. I go to Costco and I'll buy the big thing of fresh garlic in the actual heads. And so what I'll do is I'll cut off the tips, and I'll put a little bit of olive oil and wrap them in foil and put them in the oven. And I roast probably about 15 heads of garlic at one time. And then I squeeze out the flesh, and then I put a little bit of olive oil over top. Mm-hmm. And those will keep forever. I mean, I freeze. If I don't feel like I'm going to get to use it that quickly, I'll freeze it. And then I'll add that frozen roasted garlic to sauces, stocks, soups, whatever I'm making. But I mean, when I was writing the cookbook, I used in 1 week 13 heads of garlic. Yeah. It's a good thing my husband and I really like each other because we were both stinking that week.
You don't have to worry about any vampires. Huh?
No, nor mosquitoes. It was good.
Great. All right. So, again, it's Mediterranean Diet Cookbook for Dummies. Yes. Wendy Jo Peterson, and that's J-O.
Yes, Wendy Jo, the girl Jo. So, justwendyjo.com. Thanks, Neely.
Thanks so much. Thanks for watching Neely on Nutrition, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, y'all.